KUAW listeners, this is Carl Boyd for Wave Your Grades, coming to you every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. right here on
All right, y'all.
KUAW.
Thank you for
This
coming and
program
joining us
features
on the Comedy
American.
Power Hour. I am your host that does the most here. We are on KUAW 98.5. And don't forget, this is brought to you by the Music and More Foundation. We got a good show today. It's a good show. We are all virtual, so we are super social distance. Yay, because social distancing is cool. It is the new jam. So let's get into the show. I want to bring on our guests because you know we're going to get to talking and chatting about everything. First, I don't even know what order y'all fall in on the screen, but I'm going to go in the order that I see y'all. I have April Freeman.
Hello, everyone. So wonderful to be here.
Yes, April is. We're going to get into who April is because she is that somebody to know. So get very familiar with that name. It's going to be a household name. Next, I have Chef Kelly.
Ooh, it's me.
If y'all know me and y'all seen me do comedy somewhere, y'all know Chef Kelly is like a superhero to me. So I'm super excited to have her in the building. And also, next, oh my God, this guy here is a legend, Ryan Evans. I love him. I adore him, and he is just good energy and good juju. So let's get this show started. I always like to talk about, things that are going on in the status quo and all things comedy. So I went into it. We've seen on Netflix that just dropped Stay Ready Season 2. Has anybody tuned into that or got to watch it yet?
I've watched it.
Yeah,
okay.
All of it in one sitting. It was amazing.
Yes. So, Ryan, can you give us your feedback and what you got out of it?
I got that Tiffany Haddish continues to amaze us. Through COVID, she got still another roundup of people she said she was going to get. That's the thing. Since we're talking comedy, she said she was going to come back, and she did. And to do that twice over is very difficult in this time, let alone in this skin, if I could say it that way. So for her to do it that way, during COVID, that stands out the most to me, let alone the hilarity of it all, man. Some of those comics that were on the show, I've been able to work with myself and know myself. So it's great to see them, get some of their just desserts finally, on TV, on a special where, don't make no mistake, they produced that themselves. They were executive producers, writers. They got very well represented for that.
Yes. Shep, what about you?
I absolutely loved all of it. A lot of the things that Ryan said, those things hold true for me too. But I just think that the variety of comics, that was mind-blowing, because it was like a little bit of a different flavor for everybody. Everybody was hilarious. And there were some greats on there, people that I knew been ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just happy to see him. I'm like, what? Tony Woods, Godfrey,
Yeah.
Yes, Barbara, man, like to see her. That was exciting because I think, especially, for women, she's been in the game forever. Like, she is a godmother of comedy to a lot of us, especially in my generation. So it was super exciting to see them as well. April, I know you are not a comedian, but I want to get your aspect because the filming, I think, was incredible. I love Tiffany's outfit, and I love that it was just stand-up. It wasn't all that extra background noise. What, from your perspective, as what you do in your field, how did you like it?
Now, unfortunately, I'm familiar with it. I saw it, but I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I haven't watched it, and like you said, I'm not a comedian. Although I make my mama laugh, she laughs at all of my jokes. I make y'all laugh too, so I might be able to step up in that game. Huh? But anyway, I haven't watched it. I've seen Tiffany Haddish's stand-ups and things like that. I think that I saw her on. Oh man, it's some show that she was on with a bunch of other women, and they were doing like homages to like 2020, like Goodbye 2020 or something like that, Death of 2020 or something. I watched her on that, and I'm not sure how. I passed by it on purpose, probably. Although I think that it's great what she's doing to put other comics on, and so, and all the good things that I've heard you all talk about, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Give you a review later on, but I haven't checked it out yet. unfortunately.
Okay, that's all good. We're gonna keep it rolling because I think that I'm excited to see more of this, and more specials on Netflix. I know at one point Netflix was kind of like just, it was just overwhelmed with like a lot of specials, but now the specials that I see that are coming out look polished and look super promoted, just super genuine, like good, solid material. Is there any, specials that have been popping out to y'all that y'all have watched? Because I need a list.
I know for me is I keep watching Dave Chappelle. I don't know why. You know what I keep saying? I'm not gonna watch it this time. You know what? I'm gonna move on past them. You know who else it gets me like that since we've been in the house? Dave Chappelle and any Bill Burr. Any Bill Burr. I can watch over and over again.
I especially since Saturday Night Live, like I'm like, dang, I forgot he was controversial, and he can grab you by the so I like how he is just very himself. Like if you're looking for somebody I think that's raw and just not afraid to say what they want to say, he's perfect for.
Yes, very not afraid.
Very raw and uncut. What else is going on? It's Black History Month, y'all. Yes,
it is.
Yes.
Here we are.
How what y'all doing? I know, April, I've seen some of the projects you put out there, Black History and phenomenal. And I don't know what you just recently did, but I want to know the deets because you are Black History. What's up?
I'm not currently working on anything, but I have something in mind that I want to work on, something fascinating that I just learned about Ernest Withers. Being from Memphis and being a photographer, of course I knew who Ernest Withers was, but I was watching a documentary on the MLK and FBI, and they shared that Ernest Withers was a FBI informant, and that just broke my heart.
Oh, that hurt me the way you brought me down that street too. I'm like,
oh my goodness, it broke my heart when I learned that. And I sat with it for like a day, and then like the next morning I'm like, okay, hold on, that brother probably didn't have not one choice, right? He probably didn't have a choice. And so I want to make something. I'm starting to research him and the life and Memphis as a whole, as a city, and the whole assassination of Martin Luther King. There's a lot of details that need to be shared with the people that they might not know. And so that's what I've been working on. That's what I've been researching. I think it's just absolutely mind blowing. And I think there's a story to be told, and even if there's not, I want to kind of spin it, in a movie, because I'm a filmmaker, I'm a photographer. So I want to kind of spin it to where to tell the story, if he had no choice, that's just the choice he had that he had to take. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Well, I hope he looked like me, because I'm willing to jump in. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, a lot of faces for that.
I'm with it.
Yeah,
that's a great story.
I love Black History Month. It is just, I feel Black History Month is every month, but I feel like this month is you're going to see a lot of different projects and things with people, I think, being innovative because they're in the house. But I will say one thing I miss is the McDonald's commercials. Y'all miss the McDonald's? Like, I remember
the Black History Month McDonald's commercials.
Yeah, and some lady coming in the background talking about, I miss those.
Snatch a little soul up out of you real quick on the commercial break.
I did miss them, but I'm kind of ashamed of myself for missing them because they were so, I don't know, they kind of made me feel like they was playing on us for a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what get me like that? The Popeyes commercials now. If one more person sing this month about chicken, okay.
But the great part is I live in New Orleans, and right now what Popeyes is doing, because it's Mardi Gras season, Mardi Gras Tuesday.
Yeah.
What Popeyes is doing is they're actually, because we have to social distance, and basically our mayor said phase 0 for Mardi Gras. We're not playing that. We don't want to get everybody killed, but they're doing floats. So they're like themed floats, but they're just on the Popeyes building. So all the different Popeyes look different in New Orleans right now. It's
look at that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I thought it was house, so it's not houses, it's just the Popeyes, or is it Popeyes and houses?
No, it's Popeyes and houses, but Popeyes, I guess, as the corporation or company, they're doing their own thing. So it's like, they're beautiful too. I wish I had some pictures I could show y'all. You drive by Popeye, you're like, I ain't even want no chicken, but that look good.
Hey, can I ask y'all something? What's the house part?
So because we can't do Mardi Gras, there's no floats, no parades, right?
Right.
So, but all the floats and all the parades, they all have different themes. So instead of us having parades, people are actually like costuming their houses.
Oh.
So you can drive through the city and see floats, but you just
Y'all
can't
need to have a sign for somebody drive through that ain't from out there. Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But that's real nice. Everybody, I like anything get people coming together. That's nice.
Are they still throwing beads from the houses or?
They might be. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till the 16th to see, but on Fat Tuesday. But it's really really marvelous. I mean, folks. I mean, here Mardi Gras is like one of the biggest holidays. You know,
Indeed.
so everybody has all this stuff in their house that they can't use. And they're like, you know what? We gonna use it. You know,
we're gonna decorate this house.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
it's. I mean, I've seen some pictures. It looks very cool. Like it's very unique. I mean, it is very different, but I think it's super cool. Like I don't want it to like ever go away. Like I hope they continue to do something like that because it's beautiful and it's just so unique. And then I always wonder every year during float season, like where are y'all buying this stuff from and where do y'all get it? Like,
Stocking up.
we have a place called Mardi Gras World where they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars creating these floats. Like, I remember my first Mardi Gras here. I'm not from here, so I want to make sure everybody knows that off the top. My first Mardi Gras here, I actually had to work that Tuesday, and actually, I'm sorry, that Wednesday after Fat Tuesday, and I'm driving down I-10 to get to work, and I seen like all this dust behind me, and I was like, "What is that outside?" Like I'm on the interstate, and I reached my hand out the window. It was nothing but glitter. It was glitter like wow. Like, I was like, I got a cloud of glitter behind my car. Oh God, this is it was amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's a good segue to our next session. Just laugh at it because I hate glitter. Glitter is the hardest thing to clean, and it never goes away. I would have to lose my mind, like if I
think she dropped out a little bit. She'll be back. But look, check this out, right? I wanted to tell y'all about the Leslie Jones special. I didn't get a chance to talk about specials I saw. Cool. The Leslie Jones special is amazing. It's called Time Machine.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance to check it out too.
Because my internet is like, girl, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. I feel like a Kansas City Chief right now. Jesus. Well, I want to get into some things that have been going on. Morgan, what is his name? Morgan Wallen, whatever, the country singer. Hilarious. I am shocked that the world is shocked that he uses this verbiage. Because the haircut says it all for me personally. I personally believe that man, I mean, I don't like to judge a book by its cover, but if the cover has like a horse and a Confederate flag on it, I just feel like maybe it might be a little racist.
Morgan Wallen, that's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled him up. Yeah, he just got out of the mullet. Like, he just left it yesterday. So, yeah, that's still deep in his roots.
He only cut his hair because he had to apologize.
Yeah, he's not a bad country singer. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that we did. He's not a bad country singer. And the crazy part is his sales went up after this.
We're going to support him.
Of course.
Exactly. To me, his sales going up was like, it was like I knew that the Capitol rioters had like iTunes accounts right then and there. You know, like I know that group is who is supporting him, like and pushing him. He's like their Kaepernick right now, you know. So, yeah, that's very interesting to me. It's been very funny.
He's a big artist.
Never.
Come on, yeah.
Yeah, he was huge, and he's been messing up gigs. Like he was supposed to perform on SNL, and he couldn't, or Saturday Night Live, should I say? And he basically got booted off that gig because he refused to quarantine.
Yeah.
He wild
about it. About this. I'm new to country music. I'm probably a new country music fan, like last 5 years, right? And there's a lot of good songs and good songwriters out there. But what I have learned is, if you happen to see a country music star's name on anything, they already got millions of dollars. Like, there's so many country artists that the ones that rise to the top, oh, they're rich already. Before you even, like, you can hear like you could just learn of somebody today and hear one of their songs, and then you do some research, like, what? 26-acre land? Like, how you get? Ain't you new? Like, it's totally the opposite of hip hop.
I got a ranch out there. I'm growing my cattle.
Totally.
My demo.
Exactly. It's like the exact opposite of how hip hop goes. Like, you can see a hip hop artist and they can have some sales and some popularity, but they ain't got no money for real. You know what I mean? But like these country artists, they got money.
They got their own money.
Yeah, grassroots. So I want to get into what the internet is doing right now. The challenges are going crazy. Like, normally I like to talk about memes because I feel memes just, you know, they give me life. Like, you can get life in one meme, but these challenges right now, baby, like, I feel like, first of all, they the new adult show and tell. Like, it's just adults saying, look at me, look what I can do. Look at me, look what I can do. You know, it's crazy, but first of all, it's turning everybody into baby Spike Lee's. I don't know what these people are doing with their tripod, but they are creative. TikTok has given people way too many options, and like the transitions that I've seen and everything. This silhouette challenge, baby, my life was given when this challenge hit the scene. Like, it's just crazy to see the different ways that people have become creative with it, and just the tools that they are using. Are y'all participating in the challenges? Are y'all enjoying them? What's up?
Me and you laugh.
The only reason I haven't done a challenge is because I ain't got one of the little red lights. If I had a little red light, I'd have did it. But I was like, I ain't got no red light.
It's just a filter.
It's a filter. It's some type of filter they get off Snapchat.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you.
I'm throwing one tonight. I ain't know. I was like, where do you get these red bulbs from?
But I bet you red light bulbs are selling like hotcakes right now.
Right. Oh my God. Invest in red light bulbs. Oh my God. You are not lying.
Are they using the heat lamp from the bathroom? Like, what is that?
Wow.
Yes.
Just for the record, I will not be doing the silhouette challenge. I just want to relieve everybody of that thought real quick.
But I mean, there are funny silhouette challenges. There are serious. There are very religious silhouette challenges. Like, everybody has taken it to the next level. I just love how people have, like, literally, like, am I using the phrase right? Like, people have brought like cinematography into their home. Like, people are literally creating movies, content, and just like literally short film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't have TikTok. Do you all have TikTok?
I
don't have TikTok. I like refuse to get TikTok because I'm a Facebook head or Instagram or whatever. Yeah, but TikTok is allowing people to really create some things in some really amazing ways. It's all to TikTok.
I'm not getting TikTok because I heard when it first came out that it was owned by like China,
Russians or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Something suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't need them because like I for my job they were like, listen, you're gonna be bringing your phone in here. You can't have TikTok because somehow, some way, they doing something to get information out of folks. So.
Oh, that's all you gotta tell me. Yeah, I didn't plan on getting it either. For similar reasons, But
you don't even have to. The challenges that make it to Facebook and Instagram.
They're going everywhere. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, everybody doing it. Information is what I think, but that's neither here nor there. But I want to get into these interviews. I want to pick y'all brains because each one of y'all are something super unique to comedy. Like April said, I'm not a comedian, but I've been making my mom laugh. But one of the things I have learned as a comic, and Ryan, you are the GOAT of this. Headshots.
That's why I cut my so I can not have to do too many.
yeah, exactly. And so one thing why I wanted to bring you on here is because I've just seen you create like a brand for people and individuals. And I think that's so important in a comic. You have to have a brand, you have to have a stick, and what you provide is a service that does that. However, I know as comedians, sometimes we don't have the resources or the funds. I wanted to just kind of pick your brain, tell us who you are, and what resources and things that you think comedians need. What do you feel that they need to have, and how can they get them from you?
Well, my name is April Renee Freeman. I am a photographer from Memphis, like I said earlier, amongst a bunch of other things. I do a lot of video work. Sometimes I do a little bit of consulting that Janell can speak on. Just a bunch of stuff, like anything creative I've done, acting, singing, I play the drums, all type of things. But when it comes to comics, comedians, and branding and how important that is, and like having the right photo for that. So there's a comedian from Memphis. Her name is Bianca McMillan, someone that I work with a lot. And she's actually not a comedian. She's an actress. She's a comedic actress. She would like to correct me. But I work with her a lot, and I love to, try to meet her where she is and try to give her what she needs. And not just her, but anybody that's an entrepreneur, actor, or creative. And I know that they need that easy branding, whether it's just a picture of your hand or a nice headshot. We gonna get that done regardless of how much money that you have. Those type of people, those creators, right? Because it's important, and they need those things in order to be successful. And so I like to focus on that type of work as far as branding people. Like Janell said, I think it's highly important to have a great headshot for your resumes and things like that, to show if you're funny or not. Bianca has had her agent ask her to do certain looks in her pictures, to show a certain character or whatever. And so knowing that and having a photographer that's willing to do that type of work for you, finding that photographer, finding that person that's willing to do that type of work for you is imperative. It's essential, because it's going to get you where you need to be. And that's the whole point of it all, for you to get where you want to be and need to be. And so also not just finding somebody like that, but finding a whole tribe, a tribe of folks that will support you. I know a lot of times people don't like to ask for help. They pride themselves on not asking for help or not reaching out to another person that may know more than them. Yeah, you're going to get turned down. They're going to ignore you the first few times, or they're going to say no. But I think that's important to make those type of connections with people, because you never know how people can help you or who's going to say yes or whatever. And it's okay for them to know that, hey, I need something from you, and now you can get something from me. It's a give and take type of situation, because money is not, we're not country artists. We don't have those farms and those ranches. We don't have that bank, right? And so sometimes we need people to give us things, right? We need people to give us things in order to get somewhere else. And so that's what I like to do. As far as my photography work, I like to help other artists get to where they need based on what I can give to them. Because I picked up the camera 3 years ago because somebody else had a camera, and I took a picture, and I was like, this is cool. And then I realized I can make money from it. I said, okay, let me learn a few things. I never went to school for it, and it's been successful. Without photography, I probably wouldn't be able to pay my bills. And so it's been very successful. And so I would like to give that back. My focus is giving that back to creatives like me and Janell and you all. So make sure y'all follow me. Let's link and let's see what we can do. Because like I said, I do more than just photography, whether it's a graphic or, something, whatever you may need, like we can get that done to get you to the next step. So that's April Renee.
I can vouch, honey. Testimony. I can vouch. She is that for sure. I love how you connect different artists and everything. I love how you just connect within your community and outside. So make sure y'all check out April Renee Freeman, April Freeman Photography. Where can we find you at, April?
Oh, you can follow me or find me on Facebook, April Renee Freeman, Instagram, April Renee Freeman. Now the Renee on Facebook is Renee. On Instagram is Rene, whatever. It should pop up, April Renee Freeman. I don't have Twitter. We talked about social media. Well, I have Twitter, but I haven't been on Twitter in years. I heard that Twitter is kind of out there, like kind of explicit nowadays. You know, just like almost soft porn or something out there. But I don't have Twitter, but it's also April Renee Freeman. You can find me on all social media by April Renee Freeman. And my photography page on Instagram is Freeman Photography 901. And on Facebook it's just Freeman Photography. And I think it's the one with the most likes on Facebook. So Freeman Photography on Facebook and Freeman Photography 901 on Instagram. I would love for you to follow me and we can connect. Let's connect. Let's work.
Yeah, I got a show in Memphis at the end of this month.
Text me. Let's work. Let's definitely connect and get you some shots of you in Memphis. And I want to follow you. Yeah. I like documenting people too. Documenting stories. You know, I just think they're just so interesting. I can watch documentaries all day. And so, you know, if you come to Memphis, holler at me so I can document while you're here.
For sure. This might not be the month for it, but I love Cracker Barrel, so let's link up. You know.
Okay. I don't know about that. Okay,
I mean, they syrup. It's the syrup for me.
They get you with the syrup.
I know it's Cracker Barrel, but I mean, it's syrup.
It's okay. Yeah. We got Dixie Queens and all. It's okay.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Right.
Yes. Shep, I love you, and you are just that person in comedy. Like, you're a huge network person, and I always tell you I admire you for the connections that you have. You know everybody. You are a comics comic, and I aspire to be a comics comic. You are that person. So I want to get into you, where you from, your comedic journey. Tell us your story, and I want to pick your brain about a couple of things.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from Miami, but I started comedy right before I turned 30 in DC, and that's like the best thing I could have done. DC comics, historically, I mean, they're outrageously funny. You got the Dave Chappelle, the Tony Woods, Earthquake, even Martin Lawrence is from Landover, Maryland. So I'm glad that I started there because none of those guys mentored me. They was way too big by the time I started, but the underground comedy scene there, it's ruthless. Like, if you ain't funny, you should probably take your ass home. I'm behind home. You know what I'm saying? You really should. You really should. So I was born and bred in comedy there, and I'm so thankful for it. And then I started to branch out and do other things, other projects. And I actually started the Black Girl Giggles Comedy Festival right here in New Orleans. It normally happens on during Essence Weekend every year, but right now we're quarantining. But there's still a lot of stuff online, so y'all make sure y'all visit that blackgirlgiggles.com. My story about it, really and truly, is I always said to myself when I started comedy, don't do a show with people that you're not okay with enough to do the show for free. Meaning, if it's in a juke joint in a basement in somebody's house where there's always shots going off, that's kind of not your show. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of not your area. You know what I mean? And no, it's more so about people and their professionalism and things like that. If you hear about promoters that don't pay folks, they will never get any work out of me. I don't care if they try to pay me a deposit. Something is gonna go wrong. So that's kind of how I carry it. And I do believe that networking is the biggest thing that you can do. If you're in any type of entertainment, you need to be networking because there are people out there you have no idea what they're into. I just followed Ryan Evans and I looked at his credits on his page and I'm like, oh, this is great. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's the thing. You really just gotta do that, but you also gotta be willing to give. You know, a lot of comics come in town into New Orleans, or even when I lived in DC. Hey, I got a couch you can crash on. Come on, let's just do this thing. Let's do this show. Let's make these people laugh. And I don't play with nobody money. Really and truly, that's how I do. When I'm booking shows, I don't play with nobody money. You get your money up front, or when you walk through the door, because I feel like comedians are that much funnier when they know they're getting paid.
I will say yes, a true story. Like, you were my first experience. I was paid before I even got on the airplane in New Orleans. And that blew my mind. I was like, what? Like, they do that? Oh my God, because I'm so used to waiting after the show and then waiting and pacing and waiting and pacing and waiting and pacing.
I've heard some horror stories where people are like, let's say, headline a show, and maybe the host is the promoter / host, and then they'll do their set, and then they get off stage, and they're like, everybody's like, oh man, you were funny, you should come back. You're like, all right, cool, where the host go? They're like, oh, he left, he been gone. You know, like, oh man, he left my money. It's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, so I love, like, this is one of the things that I know from how I met you and encountered you is Black Girl Giggles. Black Girl Giggles is just a dynamic. If y'all don't know, Google it, look it up. It's a huge movement for Black women in comedy. And I had the pleasure of participating twice, and it's a movement. It's a force. Shep, explain to us how that concept even started.
So it's a funny story. So I'm a transplant to New Orleans, and I originally moved here in 2016. And when I got here, I was like, all right, well, nobody really knows me here. You know, kind of New Orleans is kind of like Atlanta. Like, if you've ever been to Atlanta, you know, like the local artists and everything, they really run the scene. Like, nobody thinks about all this commercialized music outside of that. So anyway, same thing with New Orleans. It's their own culture. And I was like, I know they got comedy here, so let me just go outside and see what's going on. And all of the shows, they were hosted by, you know, white men, frat boy kind of men. And I was like, this, I believe, is one of the blackest cities in the country. You mean to tell me we ain't got no black people? Or what are women at? Because I mean, when you Google New Orleans, when you see, you know, all of this stuff promoting New Orleans, it's all these black people and black women, but there got to be the same thing with comedy. And sure enough, we started a group. I ran into one comic, Geneva Joy Hughes, and then like maybe one other, Ashley Branch, and we're sitting around one day, no lie, drinking some wine, and you know, we were like, you know what we could do? I mean, black people love New Orleans, and black people come to New Orleans. What we could do, you know, Chef, you got this huge network, and I've known tons of black women comics. They were like, why don't we just do a festival so that everybody comes here, and at least they have a platform and a stage, and you know, they can feel loved and received and all of this stuff. And no lie, we put this we put this festival together. We literally just put it on Eventbrite. We asked the other comics if we could take over their rooms for the week, their comedy shows and rooms for just the 1 week of Essence, and we were just gonna host shows with whoever showed up. The first night of Black Girl Giggles, the first venue was inundated with people. Like, there were 400 people outside waiting to get in. And this was a dive bar. We were just running open mics here. We had no idea the response was going to be that big. I mean, people from New York, LA, London. I mean, it was just crazy. Like, people from everywhere just kind of showed up. And we did, I want to say, 12 shows that week. I mean, they just, places that used to be open mics. You know what I mean? We just took over for that week. I mean, and we had so much love and response, even by Tiffany Haddish herself. She was here filming Girls Trip, and we didn't know it was Girls Trip at the time because she was still filming. It hadn't come out or anything like that. And she was just like, yeah, I'll come check y'all out. And I had known Tiffany for years. We had done shows together. But again, they were like the juke joint shows, the, you know, basement parts of the club and stuff like that. And she came through, and, you know, just people were just on it automatically. And I felt like the vision came into fruition just seamlessly. It's like everybody knew there was a need for it, and they were just waiting on somebody to pull the trigger. And I mean, it was just like that. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people that would come for free, hit my phone up. Hey, I'm gonna be in New Orleans for Essence. I want to come check all your stuff out. Roy Wood Jr., Tina Graham. I mean, all these people. They were just like Bob Sumner. All these people were just like, I don't know what y'all doing, but I like it. I'm coming. And it was just dope. It was just dope. And so that's why it's a movement for me. There are other festivals now that, you know, cater to black women comics. And I mean, we were the first, but I just love, I want everybody to do it. I mean, it's an amazing situation. I mean, the camaraderie, and to be honest with you, New Orleans is the easiest place to relax. So if you're a comic coming from some big city, you know, where it's, you know, you got to pay to do time on stage, or you got to bring 10 people. New Orleans is not like that. You get here, we hand you a daiquiri, and we see what happens.
Absolutely. But y'all in phase 2. Oh, I love y'all, Mayor. Oh, I love me some Cantrell. She gives me life. But I can't wait. I'm excited because each year it just is bigger and bigger. Like I said, the bonds, the network, the camaraderie, the sisterhood, it's just been a phenomenal piece of moment in my life for me or whatever. Lord, I get tongue tied and just speechless. But it has just been a great thing and a huge platform for a lot of people. So I'm excited to see what y'all do. I know y'all have some virtual shows coming up. I see Miss Onika and Sadiqa are on y'all next show. So I'm super, super excited about that, to tune into that. So keep doing what y'all doing, because y'all still are networking and connecting women behind the scenes. Y'all still helping us get gigs and stay polished. So I appreciate that and all that I do. Chef is like the Michelle Obama of comedy. Like, she does a lot for us. Like, she teaches us when they go low, you get your gun. So
I probably have said that. I probably was also drinking
a little bit. But let me bring in my next guest, because this man is phenomenal. I mean, if you've not seen him in a commercial or seen him in a movie, he does a lot of great things behind the scenes. Also, you know, he's in comedy royalty. He comes from a comedy dynasty, you know. So, Brian, what's up? Tell us about you. Tell us what you got going on and what you're doing.
First and foremost, man, how inspiring are each one of you. Like, to hear you guys' story, and you know, I got it on my computer right now. Black Girls Giggle, like, that's phenomenal. That's dope. So, you know, hats off to all of you. All of you are very inspiring. I just want to just say that myself before anybody else gets a chance. Me, I just tell jokes, man. I'm a hustler. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, and I go where they laugh. If they laughing and they got some greenbacks, I'm there. I like to get paid for it. And I started comedy in Los Angeles. My brother is a comedian as well. He's a little more well-known than I am, probably a lot more well-known. His name is Rodney Perry. And I moved to Los Angeles when I was like 20 years old. No idea of what's to come. Started DJing in a comedy club, and that opened up my eyes, my nose, my ears, everything. I wanted it, but I didn't know what I wanted until I actually got on the stage. So once I did that, everything just unfolded. I'm one of those organic comics. I kind of let it come to me, so to speak. So I didn't really have any push more than I had fire in the beginning to do something, some desire. As I'm older now, I'm trying to get into what you guys are all about, producing and helping more. You know, my position is that I can, so I have to. It's kind of stupid if I don't. As of now, I live in Colorado. Didn't see that coming, did you? I live in Colorado right now. It's a beautiful place. It's the scene here, as far as comedy, still has some growing to do, but I've been here trying to help it as much as I can. I travel the road, and I do a lot of acting, oddly enough, here in Colorado. I do a lot of commercials and some drama roles I've been able to get, which I'm very, very thankful for. Helps to make the reel look good. But my main goal here while I'm in Colorado is to build my reel, you know, you say you looked at my page. I try to make sure when you look at my page, like I'm 40. So I don't dance. You're going to hurt my knee. I'm not going to do that. I try to show you the work and give you that example of me. I work hard. I try my best to, at least, and try to achieve something that even I don't know. I mean, I'm moving forward with a purpose. I have goals. As you're talking about the Black Girl Giggle Festival, I'm thinking about starting a festival here in Colorado. That'll be open up to everybody, too. It won't be as small as some of them have been here. But, you know, I know a lot of people are starting to come here more, so I want to open up those avenues for whenever you want to come, we have a show, just like you're doing in New Orleans. That's dope, once again. And, yeah, it's the help aspect that I want to just keep pushing forward for myself. You know, I've done some things, but, you know, I can tell how, like what you were saying about New Orleans, it's kind of, you may not know that you can do it. You know, you may not know that you can get paid before you even get on the flight, you know, and those things come with representation of who you are. She didn't pay you for nothing.
Yes, absolutely. So what I've seen you do, which I think is so unique, you have been doing a ton of virtual auditions. Like, you have been on it. So tell me, how do you even get in the mindset and record and film and edit? Like, what has that experience been like for you?
It is what it is. Here in Colorado, I'm a different breed, and what I mean by that is, I've been in comedy for a while before I got here. I think I got here in I think I've been here like 8 years, so I think I got here like 2012, 2013, and the community is different here, so I don't wait. If I want it done, I got to get it done. So I started out with nothing. Now I have a camera that I can use. I just keep investing in myself, and I think a lot of people don't realize that's part of being a forward movement in any form of entertainment. That money you making, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make it rain tonight. Like I'm not. I'm reinvesting.
I'm about to be on Amazon ordering something.
Right? You know what I'm saying? To some, that's for me. I want to be able to order a giraffe if I want to from Amazon. I want to get to that next level as quickly as I can because, this isn't given to everybody. No matter who you are, where you're from, your not end, but your height might be to help the next person to get to theirs. You just never know. So I walk in faith in that, and I got light, like right now, there's lights everywhere. I buy them one at a time. What is it? I buy them cheaply off the internet. Not Wish. Not Wish. You can group on a lot of stuff.
Wish you would have brought some real lights. Yeah.
You can group on a lot of stuff and make things really happen. And it does take those investments. Like it was a lot for me to say, I'm going to buy a camera, I guess, because they are expensive. But if you want to do it with your phone, cool. I separate myself on all aspects as much as I can, so I bought a real camera. Let's see what happens. And it works sometimes. I mean, I don't get all the gigs, but it works,
You just did a USAA commercial. What else you doing? First of all, I'm waiting for you to do a Eddie Murphy biopic.
I don't know why nobody won't call this man and tell him. Everybody keeps telling me like I got the money.
I'm just saying, every picture you in with people like, is that Eddie? Y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. That's Rodney Perry, brother.
Yeah, shout out to Rodney Perry too, man. Rodney's doing his thing. He's been maintaining all through this COVID and everything. So shout out to Rodney Perry, man. Well with.
I'm gonna say the same thing. Shout out to him because he's real big at giving back.
Absolutely.
Rodney Perry will pull any young comedian, whatever, to the side, like, this how you do this, this how you do that. All right, cool, bet. Glad you good. And I mean, like, he's a dope dude. So
yeah,
I can see right away when you said you was his brother, I was like, you know what? Makes sense.
He puts that in you too. It's that iron sharpens iron. I can't have no little rust around me. If you're gonna be around me, I gotta sharpen you up, playboy.
That's real. Yeah. I heard rumors. I don't know Ronnie's personal life for real, but somebody said he had like a gang of kids, and I was like, he out here doing all these comics, and he got kids. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Rodney, let me tell you something. Rodney got a TV show. He got the boom mic operator, the teleprompter, all that. Everybody. He got like, I think he's 6, 7 kids, and then they gonna start having kids too in a minute. So yeah. Rodney got
because people be out here with one kid talking about, I ain't got it. He got a lot of kids. He helped now.
Yeah. Well, salute to all of y'all. Y'all have been a phenomenal force in my comedy career. Before we close out the show, I just want to shout y'all all out individually, and this is why I brought y'all on. Y'all inspire me daily, constantly, non-stop. The first gig I ever got at the Improv, Ryan was the feature, and Ryan told me how to bring energy and cadence to that stage. He is definitely a dynamic force and still doing the thing. So I appreciate you. You've given me gems and given me opportunities and taught me how to answer my phone when I do get opportunities. So I appreciate you. Like, you don't say hello, you say, this is Janell. So shout out
appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Shout out to April. She has just been a dynamic force behind the scenes for a lot of people. Like I said, just the projects that I've seen her do and be a part of, and the people I've seen her network with have been phenomenal. But I think 2019, I was like booming and trying to get to comedy festivals and get places, and I would not have been able to get there without April pushing me and motivating me to be like, get out there and tell people what you need. Do not be afraid. Closed mouths do not get fed. And I was able to do Black Girl Giggles. I was able to do shows in Dallas. I was able to do shows in Chicago, because she was just like, we're going to get this money, we're going to get these plane tickets, and we're going to get you these opportunities. So it's just people like that who, and I didn't know April from a can of paint. Somebody, a Facebook friend, introduced me to her. So phenomenal. Shep, like I said, you are the networking guru. Like, you the phone book of comedy, man. You the yellow pages. Like, you know any and everybody, and you are not afraid to share your tools. You're not afraid to drop gems, and you are not afraid to be unapologetically yourself. You have never dimmed your light or changed or code switched who you are, and I love that about you. So just
can I caveat that with something? Because while you were talking, you made me think of something. Another thing that I always told myself: if you're gonna have a relationship with somebody, whether it's a photographer or another comic, a headliner, a host, a club, it needs to be organic. You know, that energy matters. And I think that is how my network got so big, because all these name drops I done did, I literally can call those people and just, just talk a bunch of crap. Like, you got to be able to have those, I don't like it when people would be like, oh, I know this person that knows that person. Let me just get in the room, see if I can get something from them. You got to be able to give and take, and you know what I'm saying? Just be all right, because it's really organic. I'm telling you. People, they'll go on to get big shows, and they'll be like, you know who was cool, though? And call you.
Yep. Yes. It definitely has to be organic. I think that is so true. You can't force relationships. And you also, like you said, give and take. Come to the table with something. Don't be ready to just take, and want, and need. Offer something, Right. Come with a snack in your bag. People love snacks.
Come with a snack in your bag.
That's just my spiel. But before we go, I like to highlight a comic always. I don't know if everybody knows these comics. I don't care, but I always encourage you to look them up, because they are doing things. They are moving forces, and I love what they do. So I would like to shout out Algiers Diamond. She is originally from New Orleans. You can tell by her accent and her swag, but right now she is based in DC, and she is just a phenomenal being. She has a show that comes on every morning on Facebook Live called I'm Just Saying. Check it out. The girl sings, she hosts, she does it all, and she is also a director right now. I'm excited for the projects that she has coming out. She is really a force, and she is also one of those people who gives back, networks, and all of that. So I just wanted to always give people their roses on this side and show love, and just let people know that you motivate me and encourage me. So make sure y'all check out Algiers Diamond and the I'm Just Saying show on Facebook Live. And y'all know I got to hit y'all with the upcoming events that's coming in Kansas City and surrounding areas. I do have to drop my events. Shameless plug, y'all. I'm a headliner now. Pew, pew, pew. I'm headlining at the Blue Room in Springfield, the Blue Room Comedy Club. I'm so excited. It's going to be February 26th and 27th. So if you want to come down to Springfield, it's about 2 hours away from Kansas City. Come on down. Let's do it. Let's dance. Also this weekend, you can find me at the Comedy Club KC, featuring, and I just picked up a gig at the Houston Improv on the 18th. So if you are in Houston, please come to the Houston Improv. Come see me, but stay 6 feet back. We have some great shows coming to the Kansas City Improv on February 12th through the 14th. We have Dustin Slay, and then February 18th we have Rosewood Baker, and then Chico Bean. Chico Bean is coming back for a special weekend, the 19th through the 21st. Then we have Tony Rock, the 26th through the 28th. Damon Wayans Jr., March 5th through March 7th, and one of my faves, Ali Sadiq, March 12th through the 13th. Also at the Comedy Club KC, February 11th, we have the Comedy Club presents the St. Louis Marathon. You can have a lot of St. Louis comics down here trying to do it right there. right there or whatever. And then also February 14th, which features me, we will have Greg Brent in the building. February 18th through the 20th, we have John Carufalo. The 25th through the 27th, Chappelle Lacey. And also the 4th through the 5th, we have Jackie Cashin. And I'm super excited. That following weekend, we got Don DC.
DC Curry, shut it down.
Name too loud, the lights go out. No.
Oh man.
It was a pleasure being on here with you too. I mean, to learn what you guys do and how well you do it. Yeah, I will be in contact.
I appreciate you, man. I'm definitely gonna link up with y'all. I'm for sure. It's a thing, you know.
It's up. It's up. It's stuck.
Yeah, upright. Definitely a thing. That's really what it's about, you know. Just linking up with folks, man. Yep. It's a lot of crazy comedians out here too.
Man, just because you're a comedian don't mean you can't be crazy.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, this is so ghetto. Oh my gosh, this is just like American politics. This is so crazy. But yes, Don DC Curry is coming. So I like to close out on the benefit of laughter. I don't know if y'all know about the benefits of laughter, but it's amazing. It does some great things to your body. So one benefit of laughter is it soothes tension. Laughter can stimulate and circulate your muscles in the relaxation in them. So some people work out, some people stress, some people do yoga. I laugh at things. I do know that laughter helps me physically relieve stress. Also, it makes you look like a serial killer when you're just laughing for no reason. But I definitely would recommend using laughter sometimes to help through things. What y'all use laughter for? Are y'all relieving stress with laughter, or what you doing with your laughter over there?
I mean, I laugh every day. You gotta laugh. I mean, if you ain't laughing, you crying. So you better laugh.
True.
Facts.
I also think it helps me burn calories. So
it makes your stomach shake a little. It makes your stomach tight when you laugh.
Yeah.
Okay, it does. I don't know.
Some things are so funny. I don't know if this happens to y'all or any other comedian, but you ever feel like just because you're a comedian, certain things happen in front of you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be at the store, you be like, I know the only reason I'm saying this because I think it's funny. Like, come on, somebody just up and falls. The floor ain't slippery. Like, see, this is.
Somebody did that for me.
I'm telling you. See crazy stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's real.
I think every day is a TikTok video now. Like every instance in my life is like just a 15-second blurb or something. Like, why would this happen? And nobody's ever going to believe me when I tell them this story. Yes. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you to my guests. Please let us know where we can find you, Shep and Ryan.
Shep.
You go first, Ryan.
Real simple with me. I'm RyanEvans.com. I try to put everything up on there, but look me up on Facebook and Instagram. I definitely put things there. My name is Ryan Evans. It's spelled R-I-O-N. My mama did it. Ryan Evans, R-I-O-N. Thank you kindly for having me.
I'm Shep Kelly. You can find me on Shep Kelly Comedy on all platforms except for TikTok. I just joined all the dating apps so I can troll people because I don't have nothing else to do. So you can find me on all the dating apps. I'm not going to actually be dating, but I'm going to be on there. It's going to be amazing.
Great content.
Yes. And you got April's information. Make sure you check her out. She has some amazing things coming up. And y'all just stay tuned for everything that we are doing. And make sure you keep tuning in to KUAW and all the great shows they keep bringing. This has been the Comedy Power Hour brought to you by the Music and More Foundation. I am your host that does the most, Janell. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back next month, March 8th. Pew, 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 pew.
Pew,
pew, pew, pew. No guns were harmed doing these noises and sound effects. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have a great day. Treat being fabulous. And also wear your mask, nasty. Wash hands. Bye.
Deuces.
Okay, they're in. Stop.